That he has won the off-season workout award, one of 4 Titans to receive that award. 3rd and 4 here for the rookie. Justin Fields under pressure, and down goes Fields. 1st and 15. Let's see if they take a shot here. Keeping on the ground with Sargent, turns the corner inside the 45, puts his head down to the 41. 3rd and 3, keeping it on the ground to their fullback. Fakes the handoff to Sargent, does Barkley, then out to Blasingame. Blasingame, of course, played his college ball right here at Vanderbilt. 3rd and 2 for Barkley. Pass complete. 5 carries for 24 yards so far for Sargent. Barkley to throw. Barkley picked off in the red zone. Danny Trevathan had a nice pass break.
He was so good, I believe the Honey Badger himself noticed it. Tweeted out at him, said, I like that young man's game.
3rd and 6. Fields
all over the field. Nickel cornerback and some safety as well.
Fields throwing on 2nd down, has his man, that's Riley.
I don't know that he got there.
Bears need 2 yards, and they're not going to get it.
Kendall Lamb suffered an injury in camp. He hasn't played a ton, but David Quisenberry has been in there each and every day of practice and out here on the game field, and he has really...
3rd and 4 for Woodside. Pressure coming. Diving catch made. Great throw. And Mekhi Sargent been getting a lot of work because of those guys not being able to play. 2nd and 9 here for Woodside again. And that one also complete to Batson. Breaks a tackle inside the 5. See what they call here. This decision being made, of course, by John Stryker. Keep it on the ground here with Sargent, and he's in for the touchdown.
Try and get some of those fast break points like you get in basketball.
Going for it on 4th and 8. Fields completes the pass. Woodside keeping it himself.
And trying to flip field position even if they have to punt on the next series.
Woodside pressured and picked off. There's Robertson again in for the touchdown. Lorenzo Neal blocked for some of the best running backs in the game, including
and LaDainian Tomlinson and the Chargers.
And there's Mason.
We saw that in evidence a few times earlier this season and during the preseason run.
Pressure coming off the edge. That's Blasingame. On 3rd and 13, turn on the wheels. Kari Blasingame from Vanderbilt inside the 10-yard line. Torrey Carter at fullback, Mekhi Sargent at tailback for the Titans. 3rd and goal. Barkley to the end zone. Sam Ficken on for his first field goal attempt of the game, and it is good. Ficken's had a nice preseason. 1st down from the 42. Fields working with 4 wide receivers. Out and Fields flushed out of the pocket. Throws into the end zone, and it's caught. Horston.
I saw them last night. Philadelphia used Joe Flacco and Nick Mullins. Flacco played much better than Mullins did. I just wonder if you're getting Gardner. Yeah, I will say this. They need Carson Wentz to be that quarterback for them to reach the heights they want to reach.
3rd and 2, Foles. See if the Titans bring pressure here on 3rd and 5, and they do. Foles gets rid of it quickly, and that one complete to Johnson. Picks up the... From the 36, pressure coming for Foles. Gets it off. Quick pass from Foles. Daz Newsome makes a man miss inside the 10-yard line. Tennessee rushes 5. Foles into the end zone. Touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the game for Horsted.
Yeah, you know what? I'm fired up this year, Charles, because we actually have preseason games that we can do this. You know, last year we didn't that we didn't have a chance to evaluate the preseason games.
It's the entire league.
It is, Charles, and that's the one thing. You know, we rely heavily on the background of our college scouts, and nice throw, Barkley. You know, leaning on those guys. You know, so you called it this thing in college, but when you get to our our crew here, it's something different. And there we go, get downhill.
A couple of nice runs.
You know, we're talking to the coaches in the meeting rooms. That's exactly right, Charles. How they picking things up.
J.D. Hawkins,
yeah, nice
guy you just picked up.
Yeah, you got here Thursday.
3rd and goal.
Hit that thing.
Keeping it on the ground.
There we go.
And hit it. He does. How about that? He's been here for about a cup of coffee. J.D. Hawkins in for the Tennessee. Well, you got to figure out who your backup quarterback is going to be. How much will tonight the performance of Logan Woodside and Matt Barkley affect?
Yeah, it's been a pretty dead heat, you know, through the course of training camp, and there you go, rip that one in there.
See if Woodside can draw him offsides again. Going to the corner of the end zone, touchdown, Cameron Batson. Artevis Pierce in a running back for Chicago. Play action here. Foles deep down the middle, complete.
You know who coined the nickname Super Bowl, Lombardi Trophy, things of that nature? That hurts a guy like Bud Adams.
Horsted with an incredible one-handed grab and in for the touchdown.
Flag on the play.
Low snap for Foles into the end zone, looking for Horsted again. And this time, here's Hawkins. Breaks a tackle and picks up the first. A lot of these general managers think about possibly making a trade. Of course, we know John Robinson never afraid to.
And try to make an impression with their new team.
He's looking at 2nd and 25 here. Nice throw and catch. Gets it off to Hawkins on 2nd and 3. Hawkins using his...
A lot out there, but I do think this is the Titans' opportunity to put a real stranglehold on this division and maybe even farther.
Well, we absolutely hope so.